Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM Silver Bullet for Thursday, November 16th. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to turn on the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator. You can find out details in the video on how to get this indicator. Alright, so let's also turn on the AM session. So let's turn on Asia, London, and New York Killzone. And let's just shrink this and see what's going on here. Okay, well, the kill zone, we have to actually go one more. We have to actually get into today's kill zone area. Okay. All right, so Asia high has been taken, London high has been taken, London low has been taken, Asia low has been taken. Okay, so we have kill zone low here and kill zone high here. So we can remove everything else. Asia and London have been taken. Okay, let's also turn on some other stuff here. Let's turn on the fair value gaps. Let's look at the two macros. And let's turn on the power of 3 candle just for fun. So you see kind of what the silver bullet indicator actually can do. All right, so here's what you're seeing on the chart. This is the last hour candle. That's the 9 o'clock candle, 9 to 10 a.m. The high and the low, and then the opening price was right here, and the closing price was right here. Okay, you'll have lines here for this. I didn't turn this on, did I? My bad. I didn't show projection lines. For this current candle, you have projection lines here. When it does it, you'll see, there you go. And as it's painting, as we click the button, you'll see it get changed. It's actually moving now because that's the live price action that I'm actually I'm not recording. I'm recording while the market's open. So ignore these small little blue line and red line here, even though it's kind of right where we're at, but ignore it. And then this green is the macro, the 950 to 1010 macro, just to kind of see what's going on with it. And then these purple is the fair value gaps. That's highlighting the fair value gaps. Okay, so we have a lot of things going on here to kind of watch price action. I added this stuff on while I'm tape reading, or sometimes trading live. I like to have the power of 3 candle on. It has the last full hour and then the current hourly candle. Very useful and very helpful to see that. They are hourly candles because we trade silver bullet hours. So that's what's going on here. All right, let's just see if we take out kill zone high, and then we would aim for the kill zone low. Obviously, we're so close, and we just did right there. There we go. We really took it there. Okay. When you see this, that tells you something right there. Okay. So let me turn this off because it's going to get really cloudy here. Let me turn these off. Okay, let me actually turn the macro off too, because it's going to, you know what, we'll leave it on. We'll leave the macro on. Okay, so we have a market structure shift right here. Let me open this up like this, make this a little bit bigger. You have a market structure shift right here. Inversion fair value gap. This would be a fair value gap. We'd expect price to come down here and then go up. It didn't, it went through it. So that would make this an inversion fair value gap. Okay, but along with that, you have a fair value gap from here to here. So you have a fair value gap. But remember when we saw those 3 purple line sections? That means we have a balanced price range right here. Okay, and actually it's more like right in here, but you also have this too. So I'm going to show you on the chart. I'm going to take off these two fair value gaps right now. I'm going to show you one of the options with the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator is you can actually turn on show balanced price ranges. So let's click on that and let's show only clean balanced price ranges. And now when you see this, you will have one here for this one, for this two, and then one for this big one. Well, you will have one for that big one right there. So there's your two balanced price ranges, right? So when you add the inversion fair value gap, the fair value gap, and then I highlight the balanced price range, there's no reason price should come up here. If it did, it's not gonna, that's 3 PD rays. I would love to have it come up here, take a trade, and it's going down. I do not expect this to get filled all the way. So now we can wait to see if we get taken into that trade or not. And I'm looking for it to go into it. That kind of did, but didn't. I wouldn't have taken that. I would need to go a little bit more. And that could have been our entry. We probably missed it. Okay. I want you to see these candles here. This candle stayed the same. It's still a 9 o'clock candle. It's just bigger because we've been moving our chart, right? This is the 10 o'clock, 9:50 to 10:10 macro. It's highlighted in green. So you can see this macro took liquidity and then started the sell program. Okay. We have balanced price range. We have fair value gap and inversion fair value gap. This right candle on the power of 3 is the current hourly candle, and it's moving, it's changing as every time I take a new candle. Okay, so now let's pull our fib and let's see from high to low, where's optimal trade entry? Right in here with all 3 of these PD rays. Okay, so it comes up in here and closes up in here, or wicks up in here, I'm taking a trade. Okay. Now we have 3 PD rays, a balanced price range, an inversion fair value gap, and a fair value gap, along with optimal trade entry, all right here. What more do you need to go short? That's plenty. You usually don't even get that many. Okay, I'm going to take that trade. I'm going to enter there. It's going to suck because TradingView is going to make me go enter right here. But I'll sell short right there. I'll put my position on like where I would have traded it. And then I'm aiming for the New York Killzone low. Right? So there you go. Now watch this candle as we continue on here. See it change? There's a delay in replay mode. It's got to think. It's doing all kinds of calculations. Remember, we got the balanced price range things going, so it's calculating that, doing the power of 3. There's a lot of calculations, so it does take a second or two for it to come back up. Now that one wicked up, came down, mostly filled 3/4 of the balanced price range. Now it can leave it now. Now we want to see aggressive move down. What's fun about these candles is when it's trading live, it's constantly moving, just like the candle does. It moves. This is doing start and the end candle and just moves in chunks, but live it's moving a little bit different. It's just fun to watch. I like watching it and see how it's moving, and open, high, low, close, open, low, high, close. Kind of like watching that. Trying to learn power of 3. Okay, so I'm flattening there, and I'll explain why in a minute. There you go, that candle closed. But look, that's where I would have entered, had to exit. I'm not giving up all of that when I know that that is there. I'm not doing that. So I only lost this little spot right here versus all of this. Because of TradingView, I would have had to close there. Okay, So that's the only reason I closed there. Really would have got out on this candle here. Let's see what the next macro does and finish this hour out. And I get it to go to the next hour. This candle will become this one, and we'll start a new one. See? So this was the 10 o'clock hour candle now. And this candle right here will be your next hour candle. Okay, there's your next macro. Okay, so let's remove some of this stuff. This is your power of 3 candle, and these are your 2 macros that I have highlighted, and then the balanced price range. So let's take all that off so we can discuss what happened here. Just remove the balanced price ranges. Take off the macros. Let's take off the candle. Power of 3 candles. All right, we came to the 10 o'clock hour, and we had the New York Killzone was really close to being taken, and the high. So it did take the high and then broke a market structure shift down lower. We looked left and we saw that we had a couple of balance price ranges. We had a fair value gap, we had an inversion fair value gap, and a balanced price range. After the market structure shift, if it would have came back up, this one we didn't get in. Would have came up higher, we would have got in, and then to go to target the New York low. It didn't. It came down and then started retracing. So we pulled our fib, and magically enough, where our optimal trade entry lines up is with the balanced price ranges, with the fair value gap, with the inversion fair value gap, and optimal trade entry. There's 4 reasons to go short here. So you have every reason to go short. That's where we did. We went short. It did give us a second entry. If we missed this first one, we could have gotten a better entry here. But we were still targeting here. That's 64 handles, 64 points. We'll take that every day of the week. So that was your trade. We got out of the New York Killzone, and we saw the power of 3 candles play out and the macros and the balanced price range option on the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator. So that is your AM Silver Bullet on Thursday, November 16th, using the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator.